This is Jonathan Kahn, the author of The Paradigm, the ancient blueprint that holds the mystery of our times. And in this part, in this clip, we're going to open up a little bit of the mystery of the one we know as Donald Trump. Now, the paradigm is this blueprint from over 2,500 years ago that reveals everything that's happening, the people, the places, the events, the times, even in some cases the date. It's so specific, the personalities, the names. Well, where we left off is the nation of Israel was at a critical point, and then suddenly a man arises out of the blue. The man's name was Jehu. Jehu is going to be the mystery behind Donald Trump. Who was Jehu? Well, Jehu was a soldier, a warrior, a commander. And the prophet Elisha sends a young prophet to go to the camp and anoint this guy, Jehu, to become king of Israel out of the blue. Jehu was not a politician. Donald Trump is not a politician. Jehu came on the scene suddenly, shook everything up. So Donald Trump came on the scene suddenly, shook everything up. Jehu was a fighter. Donald Trump is a fighter. He fights with everybody. Jehu was unpredictable. His temperament, because the paradigm reveals not only the people, but their nature with each one, their personality. And this one, unpredictable. You couldn't predict him. He could seem like he's out of control. What's he going to do next? Impulsive at times, yet calculated at other times. Well, that was Donald Trump. Donald Trump also unpredictable. People couldn't predict what was going to happen. The young prophet anoints him. And actually, Donald Trump was the most prayed over candidate I ever know of in history, in American history. And what happens with Jehu? Jehu then gets on a chariot and begins a race to the throne of Israel. So too, Donald Trump begins a race to the throne of America. And Jehu was an unlikely person. He was very unlikely. You wouldn't picture it. So was Donald Trump. What about that race? Could the paradigm actually give revelation about that race? Well, you got a literal race in the Bible. He's racing on the chariot, and the watchman sees him coming. Not sure it's Jehu, but says this: the driving is like that of Jehu, for he, I'm quoting from the Bible right now, for he drives like a madman, or he drives crazily. Well, you want to describe Donald Trump's race? Crazy. Totally crazy. Furious. Crazy. And yet, Jehu, even though it was crazy, will make it to the throne. And so too, Donald Trump will make it to the throne. In what year does he get to the throne, Jehu? Well, we saw before that Obama was following the mystery of King Joram. And Obama's beginning on the national stage was 2004. Well, when does all this happen? When does Jehu come to the throne? It says in the 12th year of King Joram. The 12th year of Obama on the stage from the beginning of Obama's time, 2004, brings you to the year 2016. That means he will come to power in the year 2016, or he will win the race. And that's exactly what happened. The mystery of Donald Trump, Jehu. The mystery behind Hillary Clinton, Jezebel, the former First Lady. It's not about the people, not about their motives, but these are signs. They don't know what they're doing, but these are signs. So they come head to head in the Bible. Jehu and the former First Lady. So Donald Trump and the former First Lady, Hillary Clinton. And according to the paradigm, Jehu, or the warrior, wins. Donald Trump emerges triumphant. There's a downfall of the former First Lady. And as I shared very early on, one thing I should note here. How long was Hillary Clinton on the national stage? Well, she was there from 1979 to 2001 as First Lady, Arkansas and America, 22 years with her husband. On her own, how many years? 12 years in Washington, D.C., then 2 years she retired from public life, came back for 2 more years on the national stage, run for president. That comes out to 14 years on the national stage on her own. 22 years with her husband, 14 years on her own. How long was Jezebel on the national stage? 22 years with her husband, on her own, 14 years. Okay, now, And the defeat and the victory takes place when the two of them are in the nation's chief northeastern city, Jezreel. So with Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, they're both in the same city, chief northeastern city of America, New York City. But then Jehu turns his attention to the capital city. He's got to go to the capital to take the throne, to come to power. So what happens? Jehu has an agenda for the capital. And what is his agenda for the capital city? His agenda is to drain the swamp. And if you look at what happens, he does it. And does it dramatically. What was Donald Trump's agenda for the capital city? To drain the swamp.